For the last 2 weeks, I have really battled to put enough minutes together to make an insert that is informative and entertaining. Progress on our bus to motorhome conversion has been slow, pathetically slow. Last week we shared our flooring installation progress, which came to a screeching halt when a chemical reaction ruined the rubber insulation. Then we felt a teeny weeny bit better when our dashboard installation and connecting up began. This week we desperately need some magic to lift our spirits. Boy oh boy, do we need that bit of magic or what? And as we have come to expect, one of those damn curved balls sets us back. All this and thankfully so much more in this bumper episode number 124 of A Dream Called Meraai. It is a new week, it is a new day, and yes, another week has gone past in the month of May. Poetry brew, poetry. Quick update on the health front. We are now 6 weeks post open heart surgery where my aortic valve was replaced, and things are going really well. I went and had a big checkup. My chest bone, the sternum, that bone has now fused. I've still got to take it easy for about another month, but I've started full-on exercising, getting stronger and stronger. The valve itself is pumping away like it's supposed to pump, so I'm a happy child on that front, and thank you all for the messages of support around this little episode. Right, let's talk about the episode behind me. The last couple of weeks have been, let's just say mild, for the sake of being nice. They've been mild weeks. Struggled to find good content. So I think we need something, a bit of wow this week. So I hope the Oaks can give us some wow. So without further ado, let's go and look for some wow. Let's kick off our hunt for some wow with our man Auto Mike. I needed to find out how close we were to having a working dashboard as well as working front lights. Where are we with the auto electrics, and what do we still have to do?
Just only the lights now and just one indicator on the other side. I still have to do the tail lights only. Then we're done from there, then we can start.
Okay, back to some boring old floor stuff. Bonnie Prince Charles is busy securing our laminate flooring into place using a 90mm aluminium strip that goes all around the edge of our floor area. While I like the look of the floor, I have a niggle that I just cannot put to sleep regarding our flooring material. The floor is a critical part of our build, and it has to be 100% right. We are doing everything we should be doing to make the floor solid and secure. Yet, I still cannot shake this uneasy feeling. Nikki is busy cutting the rubber for our driver's cab. The floor will have 2 layers to assist with soundproofing as well as insulation. After the disaster last week with our whole floor lifting because of that chemical reaction between the epoxy and the jenkin we used to stick the rubber down, we're doing a little test. That's a rubber which will go bottom layer in the driver's cab, and we've just used some Sika to stick it on the floor and making sure it doesn't do any funny things before we install the rest of it. On top of that, we're going to have a layer of that penny rubber. I don't know what you really call it, but I know it is penny rubber. The test strip is removed and there has been no adverse chemical reaction, so Nikki is good to go. Despite all these precautions, I still cannot shake this feeling that something is not quite right. It cannot be anything to do with Auto Mike because he is flying through his connecting up of all our lights. These fog lights being the last to be connected on the front of the vehicle. You Oaks who are following us on YouTube are pretty sharp. And this week a comment was made regarding, does that headlight clear the bull bar? Now it's something I thought about a while ago and I did raise it, but both Bram and Chris reckon it's fine and it will clear it. But yeah, I am a bit concerned, and if I look at it, it's like, it's tight, it's very tight. The only way we can see if the headlights do clear the bull bar is by turning them on. what I must say is that Auto Mike has been coming here on and off for months now, putting everything together, and it's a huge job. I mean, this was a do from nothing after our last auto electrician just dropped me in the poo, and with a bit of my money as well. So Mike's been doing a fantastic job, and I hope we are close to turning that key and checking that everything works. I really think we may be. I still have this niggle, this nagging gut feel. Inside Meraai, the keys in the ignition are begging to be turned. It is crunch time. Let's check that all our lights are working. Well, the ones in the front. Huh?
Parking lights.
Parking lights.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so that's parking.
That's parking.
Yeah, headlamp's good. And brights.
That's it, right?
Okay, so go dim. Go brights. The normal beam does clear the bull bar. I am still not convinced that the brights do. Okay, fog lights at the bottom. Okay, indicator, this side.
Right indicator.
Okay. While we were testing the lights, the guys have put some diesel in the fuel tank. Then my pulse really gets racing when I see Prince Charles starting to fiddle with the fuel pump. Man, oh man, there is big stuff going on behind me. Exciting stuff going on behind me. Very exciting stuff going on behind me. In fact, super exciting stuff going on behind me. So, let me excite you guys. The niggle in my gut has taken a break as the guys prep Meraai for her first key turn to fire her engine up. What you busy doing, bro?
We're busy bleeding through the diesel from the pump to the filters that we can start the vehicle.
Engine Pete makes his appearance and hauls himself into the cab. We are all on edge as this is the litmus test regarding starting the engine. Then Auto Mike breaks the moment as he wants to share his excitement with me as well.
It's good, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I am also happy. Now can we please get back to starting Meraai? Back at the business end of things, there is a glitch. There is a trickle of diesel beneath the engine. What Charles found was that there was a problem with one of the fuel lines. It was like it perished a bit, which is quite disturbing. I'm not sure where we got that from or if it was an old one. It is highly probable that the pipe was damaged while work was being done around the engine, and there's been a lot of that in the last few weeks. The guys work quickly and the offending pipe is replaced. Engine Pete helps the diesel along by some good old manual mouth suction, and Charles can now pump to his heart's content. It's like we're on an adult film set here. You've got Charles having a pump inside and Pete having a suck on the outside. Finally, it is time. The key is turned. 5.7 litre AD E352 turbo engine just will not take. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. There was a bit of music. A short bit of music, but music nonetheless. A promising sign. Engine Pete needs to do some tweaking, and that is my cue to leave East Coast Scratch and Dent for the day. I was on my way to my car when I was just about to leave, and then I heard this noise, so let's see what's going on. Meraai was ready to growl, but her battery was whimpering. Never fear, because Auto Mike is here. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is Meraai in full song. Sounds amazing, and Automark just pointed out to me the running lights are working. And they only work when the engine runs. That's cool. A fantastic team effort. That is how you end a day. Happy?
Yes. Small things still. But I'm very happy, Philip. Yeah. No, it's going to exhaust is 100%.
Sounds good.
Yeah, really.
Sounds good.
Very, very impressive.
You happy? Yeah, happy. Wow. You know, it's quite a thing. I'm very, very chuffed. You know, when I start the insert, I've been really concerned at the pace we're going, and yes, we are going slow, but when something like this happens, man, it lifts your spirits, and it's these highs and lows, hope and despair. But I'm a happy boy, hey? Right now, I'm a happy boy. I'm gonna hang on to that. The next day it was business as usual, which in Meraai speak means business unusual. I arrived at East Coast Scratch and Dent to a very different Meraai from the day before. After our exciting start to the week, we've had to dismantle most of the components in the engine compartment just to sort out all those little niggles we found during yesterday's run. What we did find out was the fan was actually just nicking a few things, so Chris has sorted that out. And then we found out this little thing here, which you use to prime the diesel pump, was leaking. So I need to go and get another one of these. But that is the objective of doing these runs, and we will be doing a run with her on the trestles so we can check that it goes through all the gears and the steering turns and everything like that. That will be done, because I know it's an issue that was raised by some of you watching. This really is a roller coaster ride. The gut feeling that has been with me for a few days is back and stronger than ever. The niggle will not go away. I have no idea what is causing it, and that worries me. It worries me a lot. In the living area of Meraai, our floor installation is almost complete. Charles has laid the flooring down, so we've got the rubber, we've got the foam, and then we've got the laminate on top. I am a bit concerned about this laminate. One of you also sent a message saying I must be careful of the laminate, because if we go on a really bumpy road, it could all just pop up. It is a tongue and groove setup, and we have made it pretty secure all the way around the edge. Those self-tappers go right the way through the floor, and then are sealed underneath with Sikaflex underneath the vehicle. Bram was helping Charles with securing the floor when I noticed Bram's red hair was redder than usual. Bram, what happened to your head?
Meraai was mooring with me. She gave me a Marawaki kick on the head with your bonnet. It's got me there.
Quite a cut.
Yeah, it's a big one. But I said I'm not going to go for stitches. We just gooi straaldruppels there.
So there's literally blood, sweat and tears in this vehicle. Then that gut feel, niggle or whatever said hello in a loud voice. I really like the floor, but it is not right. I'm just not happy. I don't like the laminate. I am very worried about the look around the edge, that little aluminium strip. I thought it was going to be a lot neater than it is. So I think we need to go back to the drawing board on that. I'm just not happy. I make the call to rip the entire floor out. This has been about a week's worth of work. 1 step forwards, 2 step back. We learn by our mistakes. And yeah, so this is what I had, and this is a laminate, and this stuff, if it gets wet, this will swell up. I got it was on a special, and I thought I was saving money, and it turns out when you try and save money, you spend more money. Now if you compare that to this is the one that I'm getting. It's got a rubber backing on. This is a PVC laminate. It's got a much bigger, I don't know if you can see it here, that lip on the edge there is much bigger, so it's waterproof when it interlocks. And yeah, just should have done it in the first place, hey? This is a bitter pill for me to swallow, but it was the right call to make. We have some catch up to do, and Nikki is the guy tasked with getting us there. Everything about these tiles screams quality. I can already see just how seamless the joints between the tiles are. My niggle has disappeared. I can now see how this will look once Nikki is done, and what I can see is stunning. It's Friday morning and I came down to East Coast Scratch and Dent, and Nikki's done an amazing job with our new flooring. It really looks good. Then I cast my eyes to the heavens. I looked up inside and I saw the wood finish underneath all our lockers, and it just looks so out of place. The plan was initially to have almost a teak colored floor that would match that stuff. Now it doesn't match. Now luckily we've got a lot more of this flooring left over, so now given Nikki a little bit more work, and that is to put this PVC tiling, this luxury PVC tiling, up top there. And I tell you what now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is gonna change the look inside this vehicle to something unbelievable.
Bit more work.
Yeah, lots. Next week we shall share that bit more work with you, and you do not want to miss that. Well, I said we needed something wow, and I hope that was wow enough for you guys. Yeah, fantastic, really exciting stuff. What is not so wow is what is happening outside the walls of East Coast Scratch and Dent. And yeah, man, my Ukrainian friends, I'm actually speechless. These developments this week in our country make me sick to my stomach. And just knowing that our bottom feeder leaders may have been responsible for ammunition that might have killed some of your friends, absolutely gobsmacked. But hey, karma's a bitch, and I hope it comes back, and I hope these people burn in hell, whoever was responsible. Having said that, these days the only exploding thing our arms manufacturers can make is popcorn. But hey, I didn't want to get heavy. But some things, and I'm getting well when my anger levels start going to the roof. But yeah guys, that is it for this week, and I think all that's left to say, and we all know it, is that we pretty much on our own, and because we're on our own, we've got to look after our property, we've got to look after our families, we've got to look after our friends and the communities that we live in. And yeah, that's the only way to do it. So you all just keep safe. Remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You will find us under A Dream Called Meraai. Until next time, keep your dreams alive.